Hello, now we are going to discuss about theorem 6.10. Theorem states that suppose f is bounded on closed interval ab and f has finitely many points of discontinuities on closed interval ab. Alpha is continuous at every point at which f is discontinuous. Then f belongs to R of alpha. That is, f is defined as a bounded function on closed interval ab. Then it has finitely many points of discontinuities on that interval. Then the points of discontinuities of the function f is a finite set. Then alpha is a monotonically increasing function. It also says that alpha is continuous at every point at which f is discontinuous. Then we have to prove that f is a Riemann-Stieltjes integral with respect to alpha over closed interval ab. So proof is, we can choose any positive real number epsilon, that is epsilon greater than 0, and put m equal to supremum of f of x. Then we can choose E be the collection of points of discontinuities of the function f on closed interval ab. So E is a finite set. Then since E is finite and alpha is continuous at every point of E, then we can cover E by finitely many disjoint intervals such that closed interval uj vj subset of closed interval ab, such that sum of the corresponding differences, that is alpha of vj minus alpha of uj less than epsilon. So we can place these intervals in such a way that every point of E intersection open interval AB lies in interior of some closed interval uj vj. Then put O equal to union of j equal to 1 to k open interval uj vj, where O is open. Then we can remove the segment open interval uj vj from closed interval ab. Then the remaining set be k, that is k equal to closed interval ab minus O. That is, k is the intersection of closed interval ab and O complement. Since O is open, O complement is closed. Therefore, K is also closed and open interval AB is a compact. Then we have K is a subset of open interval AB such that K is also compact. Hence, F is uniformly continuous on K. There exists delta greater than 0 such that mod f of s minus f of t less than epsilon if s and t belongs to K. Then mod s minus t less than delta. Now form a partition P equal to set x naught, x1, etc. xn of closed interval AB as follows, that each uj is in P, each vj is in P, no points of uj vj is in P, no points of open interval uj vj is in P. Then if xi minus 1 not equal to uj, choose I so that delta xi less than delta for all I equal to 1 to etc. k. Then capital Mi minus small mi less than or equal to 2m for all I, and capital Mi minus small mi less than or equal to epsilon unless xi minus 1 is one of the vj. By the theorem 6.8, we can write u of pf alpha minus L of pf alpha less than or equal to alpha of b minus alpha of a into epsilon plus 2m epsilon. Then by the theorem 6.6, epsilon is arbitrary and f belongs to R of alpha. Hence we prove that f is a Riemann-Stieltjes integral with respect to alpha over closed interval AB. Then we have a note. If f and alpha have common points of discontinuity, then f need not be in R of alpha. Then next theorem is 6.11. The theorem states that suppose f belongs to R of alpha on closed interval AB, m less than or equal to f less than or equal to capital M, phi is continuous on closed interval small m capital M, and h of alpha equal to phi of f of x on closed interval AB, then h belongs to R of alpha on closed interval AB. That is, f is a Riemann-Stieltjes integral with respect to alpha on closed interval AB. F is bounded, that is, there exists real number small m and capital M such that small m less than or equal to f less than or equal to capital M for all x belongs to closed interval AB. Then phi be the continuous function on closed interval small m and capital M. Similarly, define a function h of x on closed interval AB such that h of x equal to phi of f of x for all x belongs to closed interval AB. Then h belongs to R of alpha over closed interval AB. So proof is, we can choose epsilon greater than 0. Phi is uniformly continuous on closed interval small m capital M. There exists delta greater than 0 such that delta greater than epsilon and mod phi of s minus phi of t less than epsilon if mod s minus t less than or equal to delta, or st belongs to small m and capital M. Since we have f belongs to R of alpha, so there exists a partition, that is p equal to x naught, x1, etc. xn of closed interval AB, such that u of pf alpha minus L of pf alpha less than delta square. Put it as equation number 1. Then by the definition 6.1, we know there is a same meaning for capital Mi and small mi. So let us take capital Mi star and small mi star be the analogous number for h. Then we can divide the numbers 1 to etc. and into two classes, that is A and B. That is, I belongs to A if capital Mi minus small mi less than delta. I belongs to B if capital Mi minus small mi greater than delta. First we take I belongs to A, then we get Mi star minus capital Mi star minus small mi star less than or equal to epsilon. For I belongs to B, capital Mi star minus small mi star less than or equal to 2k, where k is the supremum of phi of t at m less than or equal to t less than or equal to capital M. Then from equation 1 we can write delta into summation I belongs to B delta xi less than or equal to summation I belongs to B capital Mi minus small mi into delta of alpha I less than delta square. So summation I belongs to B delta of alpha I less than delta. It follows that u of ph alpha minus L of ph alpha equal to summation I belongs to A capital Mi star minus small mi star into delta xi plus delta alpha I plus summation I belongs to B capital Mi star minus small mi star into delta alpha I, which is less than or equal to epsilon into alpha of B minus alpha of A plus 2k delta, which is less than epsilon into alpha of b minus alpha of a plus 2k. So we get epsilon is arbitrary. Then by theorem 6.6 we get h belongs to R of alpha. That is, h is a Riemann-Stieltjes integral over closed interval AB with respect to alpha.